It's 5 o'clock, I'm Keely Graham. A female casualty was trapped in her vehicle following a crash at 1:30 p.m. this afternoon on Beaufort Road in Southbourne. Dorset Fire Service was at the scene within 6 minutes and removed the woman from her vehicle. More news to follow. Today marks the 20th anniversary of Nelson Mandela's release from prison after 27 years behind bars. We spoke to two South Africans based in Poole and Bournemouth on the implications of his legacy.
I really think that we could all learn so much from him. Words, he used words for peace. And those words were so powerful, and he still uses those words for peace. He's such a pragmatic sort of fellow.
The way that everything was put in place, like with my generation being educated into tolerance and how everybody was supposed to be equal, as opposed to my parents who believed that everybody should be segregated. It's different for them than it is for me. For them it was a period of very difficult change, and for me it was really quite refreshing to be able to look at the world with a new pair of eyes that hadn't been tainted by racism.
Dorset's Road Safety No Excuses campaign has now been in effect for just shy of a month. But 4 weeks down the line, why are busy roads like Wimborne Road in Bournemouth still experiencing as many as 4 crashes a week? We spoke to Robert Smith from Bournemouth Borough Council.
So it's difficult to say whether any one particular road has had specific enforcement. What I would say is that the police enforcement could be anywhere at any time. The Wimborne Road is covered in what we call the top 20. The slight injuries aren't taken into account generally, but it will depend on a specific route.
Bournemouth has one of the highest rates of newly diagnosed lung cancer in the southwest, according to new figures released today. Smoking-related diseases kill around 114,000 people in Britain every year, even after decades of health warnings, education campaigns and gruesome photos on cigarette packets. Alarmingly, in Bournemouth, 35% of 16 to 24-year-olds smoke, along with evidence that 45 teenagers take up smoking every day. To combat the habit of Smoke-Free Southwest, have launched a new campaign. Has it been working?
The format of the vehicle, it's a strange-looking vehicle, so people do look at us. Whether they take the message on board or not is down to the individual.
So, will we stub out and save our health? In another case of cost-cutting, recent reports have revealed that the Dorset police are forced to make a number of budget cuts to make ends meet. The proposed budget suggests fewer police officers and staff among cuts in overtime payments and stationery items. A budget of £120.5 million has been suggested for 2010 and 2011. The fate of the budget is set to be determined on Friday. And finally, a rare 18th century Chinese vase owned by an elderly Purbeck couple was auctioned today afternoon for £625,000 at Duke's Auction House. The 18.5-inch masterpiece is believed to have been owned by Florence Nightingale and then used as an umbrella stand before it came to be owned by the elderly couple for 50 years. The owners had no idea of its value before it was spotted by an antiques expert visiting their property.
At £625,000. Quite sure it's £625,000, maybe? You're out, all out. Quite sure.
That's all for now. Thanks for joining us.